Recent cases of women sentenced to death for sex outside marriage have one important factor in common. Though Sharia law governing crimes against chastity dictates that men and women should receive the same punishment, the reality of sentencing in Iranian courts is very different.
We come across the same question all the time from commentators. Where are the men who are charged along with the women? The courts somehow deal more vigorously with the women than the men. Our weakest point and our downfall is that this is happening right in front of our eyes, and sadly we pretend that we don't see it.
Atifa's case was no different. While Atifa received the death sentence, Ali Darabi was sentenced to just 95 lashes. Atifa's death sentence came as a shock to her hometown of Neka. A local petition was drawn up in her support. Though the neighborhood petition the police had used to arrest her had been anonymous, this time 43 people put their names down to be counted.
Us, the locals of Neka, are informed and witness that Atifa Sahale was arrested while there was nobody in the house with her. She suffers from severe psychological issues, we note, in order to put a halt to the verdict of execution.
From prison, Atifa wrote her own letter of defense.
I, Atifa Sahale, would like to file a complaint with regards to the sentence of execution. There are medical records that show I suffer from mental infirmity and during certain times of the day of complete mental lapses. I would like Your Honor to listen to my request for freedom.
But Atifa did have another very good chance at leniency. It was her age, just 16.
She was born in 1988. She was 16 when she was executed. She would have been 16.
In 2004, the head of the Iranian judiciary had reaffirmed the suspension of executions for those under 18. But here, the Neka court made a mistake. In the documents that went to the Supreme Court of Appeal, Atifa is described as 22.
Neither the judge nor even Atifa's court-appointed lawyer did anything to find out her true age.
The judge just looked at her body because of developed physique. The judge declared her as a 22.
But Atifa's family was unaware of the error, and the appeal was heard in Tehran before they had time to react. Though appeals can take up to 6 months to be heard, Atifa's case was called within just 30 days.
The judge had personally taken Atifa's file to the Supreme Court in Tehran and managed to do what normally takes 20 days to achieve in just 1 day. For all these procedures to have happened in a month is completely impossible. Something is very odd in this case, but I can't put my finger on it.
The Supreme Court issued their decision.
Atifa Sahale, 22. Daughter of Zafar Ali. Since she has confessed to this crime, and it is her 4th time, we issue the verdict of execution. This is in accordance to the Islamic laws of Iran. The execution will take place in a public place in Neka, so that the public may learn from it.
Atifa's family and friends were not told she was running out of time.
I went to make an appointment with judge on Wednesday. He was due to go on holiday, and he didn't know if it was possible. He was never go on any holiday. He was going to be executing Atifa that day.
Under the supervision of a court officer, Atifa was made to write a will.
I, Atifa Sahali, would like to meet with my family before the execution verdict is carried out. I have a fridge, a heater, a TV and a CD player. If possible, I would like to give these to an orphan girl who's about to get married.
At 9:30 at night, my nephew came at home and told me there is a crane in the square. I felt queasy. I somehow knew something wrong, what's going on before it happened.
I'm okay and ready to be executed. I have nothing more to say. I've said it all. I have nothing more to add.
Dawn in the city of Neka, Iran. A teenage girl named Atifa is about to be executed for crimes against chastity. Though Iran has pledged not to execute minors, Atifa is 16 years old. She is charged with having sexual relations with an older man, who Atifa, friends and family all say abused and raped her.
Talking about the day of execution is very difficult, and it is fairly indicative of all societies where executions are acceptable to its population. It's natural for people in these societies to turn up to watch an execution. If these people did not exist, you could be sure that the execution itself would not exist. Atifas was the same. There was a crowd gathered.
It was close to 6 in the morning. The sun was coming up. Everybody was there, old, young, and bicycle with cars. But nobody were from Atifa's family. Atifa looked like an Indian actress, Maturi, and everyone was whistling and clapping and saying Maturi. Some local young man was clapping and whistling and say Maturi is coming.